Welcome to Casual Nerd Reactions. My name is Chris, and today I'll be watching It's a Wonderful Life for the very first time. I'm really excited to watch such a wonderful Christmas classic. I guess I'm making some assumptions there, but I'm pretty sure this will encapsulate the Christmas spirit better than most movies. And like most of us, I think I could use some Christmas spirit this year. This will be the second movie I've seen with Jimmy Stewart as the lead actor, so I believe this came out 10 years or so before Rear Window, so I'm really excited to see a slightly younger Jimmy Stewart and seeing what that looks like. This will also be, I think, the second black and white movie I've ever seen. I enjoyed the first one. I don't see any reason why I won't enjoy this one as well. I don't see any reason to delay. Let's experience It's a Wonderful Life for the very first time. Bedford Falls. Sounds like a lovely place, very snowy, very Christmas. Interesting.
Everything to George Bailey. Help him, dear Father.
Help my son George tonight.
Everyone's praying for George.
George is a good guy. Give him a break, God.
Aw.
God, something's the matter with Daddy. Please bring Daddy back.
What? What a way to start a movie. First of all, how blessed is George to have so many people praying for him? Second of all, what's going on with George?
A lot of people asking for help for a man named George Bailey.
George Bailey. Yes, tonight's his crucial night, you're right.
This kind of feels a little bit like a church play. I'm here for it.
My kid brother, Harry Bailey. I'm not scared.
Uh-oh.
George saved his brother's life that day. But he
Oh,
caught a
good.
bad cold, which infected his left ear. Cost him his hearing in that ear.
Oh.
George! George!
Yes, sir?
You wanna pay to be a canary?
No, sir.
Man's been crying. What's going on? Oh no. That's so sad.
Anything I can do back here?
Oh.
I'll get them, sir.
Man's falling apart. Rightly so. That's not fair. No parent should have to lose their son.
Mr. Galloway,
Oh, good noise.
yes, sir.
Asking for is 30 days more. Just a minute, son. Just 30 short days. I'll dig up that 5,000 somehow.
Shut me up.
Mr. Potter, a lot of these people are out of work.
Well, foreclosed.
I can't do that. These families have children.
Not my children.
Wow, he's a real Mr. Scrooge.
You can't begin to spend all the money you've got.
Oh, I suppose I should give it to miserable failures like you.
He's not a failure. You
George,
can't say
George.
that about my father.
George, I'll talk to you tonight.
Why, that medicine should have been down an hour ago. Be over in 5 minutes for the plan.
Oh no, man.
What kind of tricks you playing anyway? Why did you right into the limit and right away?
You don't know what you're doing. You put something wrong in those capsules. I know you're unhappy. You got the telegram and you're upset. Just look and see what you did. Look at the bottle you took the powder from. It's poison, I tell you, it's poison.
Okay.
Don't hurt my story again.
Oh, no,
Don't
no,
hurt my
no.
story again.
Oh, George. George.
Oh, Mr.
I thought that he took something. I didn't realize he'd put something in the pills he was supposed to deliver. Oh my gosh.
What's my name doing on it?
Little present from old man Gower. Came down and picked it out himself.
He did?
Oh.
What do you know about that? My old boss. Isn't that nice?
He seems really happy.
Thanks ever so much for the bag. It's just exactly what I wanted. Oh, forget it. Well, it's wonderful of you to think of it.
Hollywood Francais, mister! Hey, send me some of those picture postcards, will you, George? George!
He seems like he's on the cusp of all his dreams coming true right now.
You know, George, I wish we could send Harry to college with you.
See, Harry will take my job in the building alone, work there for 4 years, and he'll go.
I suppose you've decided what you want to do when you get out of college.
Explore.
Oh, well, you know what I've always talked about. Build things,
Okay.
design new buildings, plan modern cities.
You wouldn't consider coming back to the building alone, would you?
Well,
Clearly, it's not what he wants to do.
most of my friends have already finished college. I just feel like if I didn't get away, I'd bust.
Yes.
Dreams, passion, they can drive a man to greatness or drive a man crazy.
You get yourself an education and get out of here.
Hello, well.
Hello, what am I bid?
George, will you remember my kid sister Mary? Dance with her, will you?
Oh, me? Oh, well, I feel funny enough already with all these kids.
Oh, come on, be a sport. Just dance with her one time and you'll give her the thrill of her life.
That's the reason why I came in fourth. If it hadn't have been for that, that race had been a cinch.
Aw.
You
Kind of a
remember
guy
George.
I am.
She remembers George.
Get back to my story, see?
She doesn't care at all. Suddenly feel very single.
Did you know there's a swimming pool under this floor? And did you further know that George Bailey is dancing right over that crack?
No.
I've got the key.
Is this like a senior prank? That's horrible. That's gonna affect a lot more than just George, right? Ah! Apparently not. He's oblivious. I guess that's what happens when you're falling in love. No, both of them. Stop. He just keeps going. That's the best, to just not even care. Yeah. When you try to ruin the dance and end up making it way more epic. Sometimes having a positive attitude in the midst of frustrated circumstances can turn the whole thing around.
You know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
You look a little older without your clothes on. I mean, without a dress. You look... Mary, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow and the next day and next year and the year after that. I'm shaking the dust of this crummy little town off my feet and I'm going to see the world.
Oh, I don't think that's what she wants to hear.
What is it you want, Mary? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Oh, I've heard that quote before.
I'll give you the moon, Mary.
I'll take it.
George, come on home, quick. Your father's had a stroke.
No.
Mary, I'm sorry, I've got to go.
Come on, George, let's hurry.
I want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help straighten things out here these past few months.
Right.
And now we come to the real purpose of this meeting, to appoint a successor to our dear friend, Peter Bailey.
I claim this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve this institution.
No.
It's too soon after Peter Bailey's death to talk about chloroforming the building and loan.
Is George gonna skip college to try to save his dad's life's work?
Discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir 'em up and fill their head with a lot of impossible ideas. Now,
just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
Wow. He found some passion.
This town needs this measly one-horse institution, if only to have some place where people can come without crawling to Potter. Come on.
Wow. Someone needs to give that a slow clap.
George, they voted Potter down. They want to keep it going. You did it, George. You did it. They got one condition. Only one condition.
George takes over.
They've appointed George here as executive secretary to take his father's place.
I mean, that's good, but...
I'm going to school. This is my last chance. Uncle Billy here. He's your man.
But, George, they'll vote with Potter otherwise.
He gave his school money to his brother Harry and sent...
Makes me really sad. Oh, good for Harry.
George, Uncle Billy, I want you to meet Ruth.
Hello. How do you do?
Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Meet the wife.
Wow, he's married already?
How do you do? Congratulations.
Well, that's one thing I didn't see coming.
What am I doing? Congratulations!
There you go, enthusiasm. Let's celebrate. Woo!
Hey, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Classic joke.
Purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Oh, we got you on the job. Well,
Oh, no. Like, everything that's happened up till now, I thought the movie started with George making a wish or whatever happens during the last part of the movie, I guess. George seems like, similar to his dad, he's gonna put everyone else above himself, which is noble. I don't know why it's making me so sad, though. Like, man, he had dreams. Like, obviously, this is what's gonna lead to him being in whatever discouraged situation he is later on.
Did you know that Mary Hatch is back from school?
I was gonna say, how come he didn't get with Mary in this time?
Can you give me one good reason why you shouldn't call on Mary?
Sure, Sam Wainwright. Yeah, Sam's crazy about Mary.
Oh, she's not crazy about him.
Well, how do you know?
A mother knows.
She lights up like a firefly whenever you're around.
Or at least favors her son.
Excuse me.
Ugh.
Wait a minute.
I think I got a date.
George.
Hello, George and Porgy.
The answer's no.
Let's go out in the fields and take off our shoes and walk through the grass.
Huh?
She's the wrong girl.
Georgie, have you gone crazy? Why, walk in the grass in my bare feet.
Okay, just forget about the whole thing.
Your mother just phoned and said you were on your way over to pay me a visit.
My mother just called you? What'd she know?
Oh. When Mother and Mary are in cahoots.
I'll be downstairs, Mother.
All right, dear.
Oh, she's so happy. Oh.
I thought you would go back to New York like Sam and Angie and the rest of them.
I don't know. I guess I was homesick.
Homesick?
Oh, he does not relate. Maybe this is the story of him gaining new dreams, better dreams, different dreams. Maybe not better.
Some joke, huh?
George. Whoops.
What's the matter?
She's trying so hard. George.
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What's he want?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't think he knows.
What did you come here for, then?
I don't know. You tell me. You're supposed to be the one that has all the answers. You tell me.
Why don't you go home?
That's where I'm going. I don't know why I came here in the first place.
Oh.
Forgot my hat.
Hee-haw. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Hi, Sam.
Well, George Baileyovsky. Hey, a fine pal you are. What are you trying to do, steal my girl?
Oh, what do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal anybody's...
We're listening, Sam.
I don't want any plastics, and I don't want any ground floors, and I don't want to get married ever to anyone. You understand that? I want to do what I want to do. What? And you're...
George.
I have no idea what to think of that. I mean, that was definitely a whole mix of emotions. Is this exiting the wedding with people celebrating into a rainstorm? Because that actually feels like the right move. Going into this marital situation.
Where are you two going on this here now, honeymoon?
Where are we going? Look at this. There's the kitty, Ernie. Here, count it, Mary.
Is he finally gonna get to explore a little bit?
Don't look now, but there's something funny going on over there at the bank, George. I've never
No,
really
come
seen
on.
one, but that's got all the earmarks of being a run.
Don't let something else happen to derail. Like, every time he gets close to achieving something that's gonna make him happy.
George, let's not stop. Let's go.
Listen to her wife this time. Come on, don't go.
Uh-oh.
This is a pickle, George. This is a pickle.
All right, now what happened? How did it start?
Well, how does a thing like this ever start? All I know is the bank called our loan.
When?
About an hour ago, I handed over all our cash.
George, I am going all out to help in this crisis.
Oh,
I have just
okay.
guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. I may lose a fortune, but I am willing to guarantee your people, too.
Oh, you never miss a trick, do you, Potter? Well, you're gonna miss this one.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen.
All you can take with you is that which you've given away. It's a beautiful quote.
I have some news for you, folks. I was just talking to old man Potter, and he's guaranteed cash payments to the bank. The bank's going to reopen next week.
But, George, I got my money here. I got $242 in here, and $242 isn't going to break anybody.
They don't have anything.
If Potter gets a hold of this building on a loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. Here, Ed, you remember last year when things weren't going so well and you couldn't make your payments? Well, you didn't lose your house, did you? You think Potter would have let you keep it? We've got to stick together, though. We've got to have faith in each other.
But my husband hasn't worked in over a year, and I need money.
How much do you need?
Six.
They'll never close us up today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bingo!
I don't know why I thought they wouldn't make it. Jeez. I know I'm not talking as much in this reaction, but I feel like this movie demands it. It's so good.
Mary, hello. Listen, dear, I'm sorry. Huh? Come home. What home? 320 Sycamore. Well, what?
We want us romantic places, beautiful places, places George wants to go. Come on, we gotta get this up. He's coming. Who? The groom, idiot. This is their honeymoon. Come on.
Aww. Man, the people at this town.
All right. Hurry up. I'm hurrying.
They really seem to care about George, man. He needs a little help sometimes, that's for sure.
Remember the night we broke the windows in this old house? This is what I wished for.
I mean, we all knew that, right? Well, it's clear, even though life didn't go where he had intended or wanted, that it is indeed pretty wonderful. Question remains, has he learned that lesson? Or I thought the whole movie was him learning that lesson. I didn't know all of this happened before that.
Thank you, sir. Quite a cigar, Mr. Potter.
You like it? I'll send you a box. In fact, you have beaten me, George. And as anyone in this county can tell you, that takes some doing. Young man, 27, 28, married, making, say, 40 a week.
45.
45. If this young man at 28 was a common, ordinary yokel, I say he was doing fine. But George Bailey is not a common, ordinary yokel. He is an intelligent, smart, ambitious young man who hates his job, who hates the building and loan almost as much as I do.
Wow, he's like preying on the ambitious part of him, the unsatisfied part, fueling the flames of discontent. It's a head game, man.
The point is, I want to hire you. I'll start you out at $20,000 a year.
So are you going to compromise your convictions for money?
$20,000 a year? You're not talking to somebody else around here, are you? You know, this is me. You remember me? George Bailey.
This old guy's a great actor, by the way. He's nailing this role.
I wonder if it'd be possible for you to give me 24 hours to think it over.
Sure. You go on home and talk about it to your wife.
Okay, Mr. Potter.
Nope, it felt wrong.
Oh. No, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I don't need 24 hours. I don't have to talk to anybody. I know right now. And the answer's no. Doggone it.
You wouldn't mind living in the nicest house in town?
But now those words are in his head, like a cancer.
Why in the world would you ever marry a guy like me?
I want my baby to look like you.
I didn't even have a honeymoon. I promised you. You what?
Potter was bearing down hard. Then came a war. This morning, day before Christmas, about 10 a.m. Bedford Falls time.
Look at that.
Aww. He's so proud of his brother.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Carter, bank examiner.
Mr. Carter, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Now, if you'll cooperate, I'd like to finish with you by tonight. I want to spend Christmas in Elmira with my family.
I don't blame you at all, Mr. Carter. Just step right in here.
8,000.
Oh, well, Harry Bailey wins Congressional Medal. You just can't keep those Baileys down. Now, can you, Mr. Potter?
How does Slacker George feel about that?
After all, Potter, some people like George had to stay at home. Not every heel was in Germany and Japan.
You forgot something. What? Well, aren't you going to make a deposit?
Oh, sure I am.
Well, then it's usually customary to bring the money with you.
Oh, no.
Bailey.
Well, now we're going to test his character. My suspicion is that maybe he doesn't have great character. I hope I'm wrong.
Can I see you for a second?
Well, of course you can. Go on, officer. There you are.
Character. If I had any character,
Well, it takes a lot of character to leave your hometown and start all over again. Good luck to you.
I'm glad I know you, George Bailey.
Definitely setting up some stuff for cause him some problems.
Now, look, did you buy anything?
Nothing, not even a stick of gum.
All right. Now, we'll go over every step you took since you left the house, right?
This way.
No good to you.
Uncle Billy, look, do you realize what's going to happen if we don't find it?
Where's that money? You realize what this means? It means bankruptcy and scandal and prison. That's what it means. One of us is going to jail. Well, it's not going to be me.
Dude. Compassion, understanding, patience, mercy. Any one of those traits would really help you right now, George. But I guess George has to make, like, he has to lose it, right? In a very public way, so everyone knows to pray for him.
Hello, Daddy. Hello, Daddy.
Isn't it wonderful about Harry? We're famous.
Man, this kid probably doesn't know how to respond to that.
Come on out in the kitchen with me while I finish dinner.
Might well be living in a refrigerator. Why do we have to live here in the first place and stay around this measly, crummy old town?
I mean, that's what happens when you're angry and when you're hurt. You hurt other people.
Hello, Mrs. Wells. Well, it's George Bailey. I'm Zuzu's father. Is this the sort of thing we pay taxes for? To have teachers like you, stupid, silly, careless people that send our kids home
Wow.
without any clothes on? You know.
He's determined to hurt everyone in his path today.
Dad, how do you spell hallelujah?
How should I know? What do you think I am, a dictionary? Tommy, stop that. Stop it. Janie, haven't you learned that silly tune yet? You play it over and over again. Now stop it. Stop it. Janie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. You go on and practice. Janie, go on. I told you to practice. Now go on, play.
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah, people can't just flip a switch.
Bed for 247, please.
Is Daddy in trouble?
Yes, Pete.
Shall I pray for him?
Yes, Janie, pray very hard.
Me too?
You too, Tommy.
I'm in trouble, Mr. Potter. I need help.
He's the part of the
Some sort
reason.
Of an accident. My company's shorting their accounts.
Oh, that's what the reporters wanted to talk to you about.
The reporters?
Yes, they called me up from your building and loan. What have you been doing, George? Playing the market with the company's money?
No, sir. No, sir. I haven't.
What is it, a woman then? You know, it's all over town that you've been giving money to Violet Bick. Why did you come to me? Why don't you go to Sam Wainwright and ask him for the money?
I can't get a hold of him. He's in Europe.
Well, what kind of security would I have, George? You got any stock?
I have some life insurance. $15,000 policy.
Look at you. You used to be so cocky. You were going to go out and conquer the world. You're worth more dead than alive. But I tell you what I'm going to do for you, George. As a stockholder of the building and loan, I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Misappropriation of funds, manipulation.
Who does this guy think he is?
Your Father in heaven. I'm not a praying man, but if you're up there and you can hear me, show me the way.
Well, if he's not sufficiently at the end of his rope, he's close. What? Was he gonna try to jump in to kill himself at a height where he could easily dive in to rescue this man? Oh wow, that is actually a really cool shot.
How did you happen to fall in?
I didn't fall in. I jumped in to save George.
You what?
I knew if I were drowning, you'd try to save me. You see, you did. And that's how I saved you.
What's with you? What'd you say just a minute ago? Why'd you want to save me?
That's what I was sent down for. I'm your guardian angel. You just don't know all that you've done. If it hadn't been for you...
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, everybody'd be a lot better off.
Yeah, so you still think killing yourself would make everyone feel happier, eh?
I suppose it'd been better if I'd never been born at all.
What'd you say?
This.
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Wait a minute.
Idea.
Wait a minute. That's an idea.
Okay, this is what I thought the whole movie was.
You got your wish. You've never been bored.
This is far more compelling after the last hour and a half. I just assumed it'd be 20 minutes into the movie. That's a false assumption.
Uh-oh. Somebody's just made it.
Made what?
Every time you hear a bell rings, it means that some angel's just got his wings.
I've heard that before, too.
I think maybe you better not mention getting your wings around here. But...
Why, don't they believe in angels? Why should they be surprised when they see one?
Good question.
Hey, you rummy there. Come here, come here. Didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here, huh?
Mr. Gower, look, this is George Bailey. Don't you know me? No.
Throw him out. Throw him out.
Mr. Gower! Nick, isn't that Mr. Gower, the druggist?
You know, that's another reason for me not to like you. That rumhead spent 20 years in jail for poisoning a kid. If you know him, you must be a jailbird yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh.
See, George, you were not there to stop Gower from putting that poison into the capsule.
What do you mean I wasn't there? Remember the stick?
Is he this slow in the uptake? George!
Why am I seeing all these strange things?
Don't you understand, George? It's because you were not born.
Oh, this is some sort of a funny dream I'm having. So long, mister. I'm going home.
Home? What home?
Now, shut up! Cut it out! You're driving me crazy, too. I'm seeing things here. I'm going home and see my wife and family. You understand that? And I'm going home alone.
How am I doing, Joseph? Thanks.
It's fascinating they keep using the Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star motif as like a main theme in this movie for the angels. No.
I know father and all.
Wonderful.
I know that girl.
Take a walk. Beat it.
Hey, Ernie!
This is so well done. This movie's incredible. It really is.
Now, you're Ernie Bishop, and you live in Bailey Park with your wife and kid. That's right, isn't it?
But, Bud, what's the idea? I live in a shack in Potter's Field. My wife ran away 3 years ago and took the kid, and I ain't never seen you before in my life, see?
Wow.
Is this the place?
Completely dilapidated.
Well, this house ain't been lived in for 20 years.
I'm amazed in this movie at how different the world is today, but also how much the same it is as well. I don't know. I guess I just imagined that, I don't know, when this movie came out 75-ish years ago, just in my head, you know, I always picture, oh, the world must have been so different back then. And it was. But it's also like so similar and familiar.
I put up your hands. No fast moves. Come on out here, both of you.
Bert! Thank heaven you're here.
Back there.
Bert! What's happened to this house? Where's Mary? Where's my kids?
Look, now, why don't you be a good kid and we'll take you into a doctor. Everything's going to be all right. Now,
Bert,
come on.
now listen to it. Ernie, will you take me over to my mother's house?
Sure. I hate to do this to you, Bud, but...
Bert! Ow!
Oh my gosh, Clarence, yes!
Joseph!
Where'd he go?
Well?
Mother.
Mulder, what do you want?
This is George. I thought sure you'd remember me.
George who? If you're looking for a room, there's no vacancy.
Harry Bailey broke through the ice and was drowned at the age of 9.
That's a lie. Harry Bailey went to war. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to throw it away?
Where's Mary?
Oh, well, I can't...
I don't know how you know these things, but tell me, where is she? If you know where she is, tell me where my wife is.
Never married.
Where's Mary?
She never married at all?
She's just about to close up the library!
I assume she'd marry that other guy. Oh, and she wears glasses now.
Mary! Mary, it's George!
He's aggressive.
Help me! Mary! That's my wife! Let me go!
That's you!
Oh, man.
I want to live again. Please, God, let me live again.
Wow. Yeah, it's so well done.
Hey, George!
Oh, good. I was gonna say, it probably just
George!
flips back.
You all right?
Bert, do you know me?
Know you? Huh, you kidding? I've been looking all over town trying to find you.
Merry Christmas!
Well, Merry Christmas.
He's so enthusiastic.
Merry Christmas, George! Mary, oh, look at this wonderful old drafty house. Mary! Mary!
What a new perspective.
Jenny, Tommy.
George! George, darling, where are you? George, darling, where are you? Oh, George, George.
You have no idea what's happened to me.
I have no idea what happened.
Probably should never tell anybody. It sounds crazy.
They're on their way.
All right.
Come on.
It's on their way. What has she been up to?
George, it's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Isn't it wonderful? So many friends. Mary did it, George. Mary did it. She told
I was gonna say, she's the real hero of this movie. Every single time. She's the best. Wow. Everybody.
Now get this. It's from London. My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright.
Oh. Oh, even him. Everybody except Mr. Potter. Is he gonna get away with stealing $8,000?
Harry! A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
No man is a failure who has friends.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Aww.
That's right.
How nice to have Zuzu say it.
Attaboy, Clarence.
Wow, and they're ending with a giant bell. Aww. This movie was so awesome. Well, I just finished watching It's a Wonderful Life for the very first time, and I just feel... I don't know, I feel many things. What a great movie. I feel like it's a shame I never saw that movie until now, but I also feel like I would have appreciated it if I had seen it earlier in my life. I probably wouldn't have even cared for it if I saw it as a teenager. So seeing it now, I think it has a lot more weight, a lot more meaning, and I'm so glad that I finally watched this movie, and I'm so glad that I was able to watch it and share the experience with you. Please let me know in the comments, well, when did you first see this movie? And what do you love about this movie? What are your thoughts? I'd love to talk about it. And man, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button, subscribe for more content just like this. And if you want to take your support of the channel to the next level, I have a Patreon where I post full-length reactions as well as polls to help me determine, hey, what movies should I watch next? There's so many to choose from. It's incredible, and I can't wait to just watch more and more movies with you. And wow. So Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Merry Christmas!